So this is Christmas. And remember, my fellow travelers, this week is not about perfection. It's not about restriction. It's not about worrying, obsessing, or trying to control everything. This week is about celebration. We celebrate how far we've come. Celebrating the progress you've made, celebrating the habits you've built, the identity you're stepping into, and the resilience you've shown over the past months through stress, setbacks, temptation, busy schedules, and emotional moments. And this is Christmas. I want you to remember these powerful truths. Joy and alignment can coexist. You don't have to choose one over the other. You get to choose both. You get to celebrate and still being in alignment with who you are and where you're going. This is where you really solidify your transformation and create that future self, that future paradigm of what future holidays will look like for you. Welcome back to another episode of Monday Motivation, or as I like to call it, Mindset and Motivation. And, happy holidays to you guys. It's Christmas week. And here's the thing. I really want you to understand that celebration matters on your transformation journey, right? Most people look at the holidays and think, oh no, this is where everything falls apart, right? This is where I lose progress. This is where I break my routine. But that's diet culture thinking. Transformation thinking says, this is where I prove to myself who I've become. This is where I prove to myself who I've become. And, I've got a bunch of messages from a number of clients who say, hey, thank you, because our weekly conversations over the past weeks have really helped. Right? Because they've been doing lots of traveling and visiting family. And I just got a message this morning from a client who says, it's been so helpful, those conversations we've been having about pre-planning and pre-deciding and having a plan for each of these events, because I am still on track even after all this travel. And that is where, you see, you get to prove to yourself, who are you becoming? Because the holidays don't break your progress, they reveal it. They show you your growth. They show you your self-awareness, your resilience, your maturity, your ability to choose alignment and to act from your future self instead of acting with restriction. All right, so celebration is not the opposite of discipline. Celebration is a form of discipline because it reinforces your identity. So I want you to make this week about progress, not about perfection. Right? So here's the mindset of Christmas week that I want you to celebrate. I celebrate my progress and I protect my momentum. I celebrate my progress and I protect my momentum. Not perfection, not control, not fear, momentum. Because momentum is what carries you from Christmas into New Year's without losing yourself. I want you to remember that. So instead of thinking, I hope I don't blow it, I have to be good. I hear that a lot. I have to be good. I'll try to be good. I'll just start over after Christmas. No, I want you to ask yourself, how do I keep myself in alignment with the person I'm becoming while making room for joy? We talked about this last week, that you've got to make room for joy. See, that's the sweet spot. That's where real transformation lives. How do you protect your momentum and keep yourself in alignment while making room for joy, while celebrating with your family, while finding other ways to be part of the group instead of feeling left out because you're not eating what everybody else is eating? Well, is that what being part of the group really is about? Eating what everybody else is eating? Why can't they be eating cookies and candy and brownie and you're eating fruit? Or not eating at all because it's not mealtime. You just ate, you're not hungry. And what most people do is, well, they sit and they watch TV and they got to eat other things. That's where they go back and they pick after dinner. Why do you need to do that in order to feel like you're part of the group? Right? So you see, we're creating a paradigm shift where we allow others to do what they do while we stay in alignment with who we are and who we're becoming. So what does alignment looks like over the holidays? Alignment is not saying no to everything, needing to be perfect, restricting out of fear, punishing yourself later. That's not what alignment is. Alignment is choosing intentionally, eating with presence, not impulse, right? We want to get rid of those impulsive deviation. We want to be intentional. Enjoying your meals without losing yourself, enjoying the things you eat, following your non-negotiables at least 80% of the time. Stopping when you're satisfied, not full. Getting your water, steps, and sleep, staying connected to your identity and your coach. Alignment, you're saying, I honor my commitment and I allow myself to enjoy the holidays. And remember, it doesn't have to be one or the other. You can have both. You see, many people crumble during the holidays because they rely on rules, restrictions, and just rigid structure, right? But not you. You've been learning identity. You've been learning how to be consistent. You've been learning, practicing resilience, emotional leadership, bounce back power, intentional eating, discipline that comes from within, not from fear. So this Christmas, your progress isn't measured by your food. Your progress is measured by awareness, intention, mindset, choices, emotional maturity, how quickly you return to alignment, how quickly you bounce forward. You see, transformation is not about controlling the holidays. Transformation is about leading yourself through it. And this is what you want to start doing every step of the way, because the holidays are going to be here every year, right? They're going to be here. So you need to start learning how to lead yourself through these situations, how to lead yourself when you travel, how to lead yourself on vacation. How do you lead yourself? It's about personal leadership. How do you lead yourself forward while you go through these situations instead of trying to control? You can't control your environment. You can't control your circumstances. All you can control is you. That is all you need to control. So I want you to take a deep breath. And I want you to repeat this out loud. This week, I celebrate my progress, protect my momentum, and honor my commitment. I enjoy the holiday and still move forward. Joy and alignment can coexist because I am becoming someone who chooses both. I am someone who chooses both. Now I want you to feel that. That's identity speaking. That's power speaking. That's the future version of you stepping forward. Right? So that is how you move forward. That is how you protect your momentum through the holidays. And here are your 3 non-negotiables for Christmas week, right? Number 1, stay connected. Message your coach. Share your meals. So don't disappear. Connection equals momentum, right? So stay connected. That is what happens for most people. They disappear. They fall back into the shadows. No, stay connected to your coach. Number 2, keep your minimums, your water, your protein, your movement, your sleep, your awareness. You got to have some minimums. These minimums prevent emotional eating and overeating without restrictions. Keep those minimums, those non-negotiables. I ask you to define 3 non-negotiables you're going to practice every day around your meals, your water, your activity. You got to have some minimums that you're doing. That is what protects your momentum. Number 3, enjoy mindfully. Taste your food. Slow down. Don't eat from emotion, eat from presence. Enjoy the celebration without losing the identity you've built. That is how you move forward. That is how you choose joy, celebration, and identity, and you move forward. It is not one or the other, folks. So this week, let it be a week of joy. Let it be a week of celebration. And remember, guys, Christmas isn't a threat to your progress. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to practice resilience, emotional leadership, to prove consistency, to show self-trust, and to celebrate how far you've come. So this week, joy and alignment are not opposites. You are becoming someone who holds both. You are strong. You are committed. You are evolving. And you are absolutely capable of honoring your goals while celebrating your life, while being with family and friends, while enjoying the holidays. That is who you are. I want you to own that. It is not one or the other. It is not celebration or move forward. It is celebrating while moving forward. That is who you are. That is your future self. That is the person you're stepping into. That is what you're practicing right now. So Merry Christmas. And remember, let's finish the year strong. Not limping to New Year. Let's finish the year strong. Let's celebrate to honor ourselves, to remind ourselves how far we've come. Even if you're just getting started, you've come far because you've made the decision to move forward. So even if you just started last week or this week, you've come far. You've made that decision to get started in the most challenging time of the year. So give yourself credit for how far you've come. Celebrate your decision to transform. Celebrate your decision to evolve. Celebrate your decision to rise above, right? The person you've always been in the past. To rise above what others are doing. And to choose intentionally the things that you do. To be aware. That is what this week is about. And remember, you got this. Merry Christmas.